Just a quick warning, this podcast series contains discussions about crime, trauma, sexual abuse, drug use and suicide. Listener discretion is advised. Today we have a special guest joining us. He's not only making waves in the Australian hip-hop scene, but he's overcome adversity that have shaped his journey. Join us as we explore the man behind the music and uncover the experiences that have fueled his artistic passion. Welcome to the Stick Up, Huncho.
Thanks, Russell, brother. Thanks for having me.
Mate, it's sort of this here an exclusive, and I feel privileged to have you on. I know you don't do many of these things, and I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you having faith in me, brother. So welcome,
Thanks for having me, bro. I heard a lot of good things about you, and obviously you're good friends of the brother Low Key. So.
Oh, I love Low Key. Here he is, the man himself, the visionary. I call him the Dr. Dre of Australia.
Yeah.
It'd be a fair assessment, wouldn't it?
Yeah, he's changed the way in Oz, especially like the rap scene and everything he does, bro. He's a businessman and he's a gentleman and he's a good brother. Very smart, very calculated brother.
I seen you getting like interviewed once, and you said about Beauty Records, which is Low Key's records. You said they're just not a record company; they're a family.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we're very tight. Like me and Key would talk on a daily basis and just about everything, not just music related, just life. If I ever need any help or advice on anything, I go to him. It's like an older brother. Yeah,
great mentor. I do a bit the same, mate. I get a lot of my. If I think something's a good idea, I try to bounce it off him, and you know what I mean. And that's a good sounding board, mate. Yeah. Tell us where you grew up and what was your family upbringing like?
Yeah, so I grew up in a small town in Sydney, Marylands. Yeah, and it's a pretty gated community. Upbringing wasn't the best, wasn't the worst. My parents got divorced at a young age. I went through a lot of high schools, a lot of friends, a lot of different, crews, but we became like a man out of it, made me a man.
Do you think that moving? Did you move around to stay in the same area or something like that?
Nah, I pretty much stayed in the same area. I was just changing a lot of schools, a lot of houses, but always in the same area, never leaving the area, just staying local. But yeah, a lot of different schools. I met with a lot of, different people,
How did you go settling in? Like when you're in those sort of situations, those sort of things at school, I know what it's like. So sometimes you turn up in your school and sometimes you got to prove yourself.
I mean, I was still young, so there wasn't really like a let me prove myself type of thing back then, but it was just hard, especially like I was growing up. I went to a lot of private schools, I'm Muslim, so went to a lot of Catholic schools. I was the odd one out all the time, but it was good, bro. You learn a lot of things and you see a lot of different aspects in life and all that shit. So it was good.
You're very tight. Your whole family very tight. You're known for that, aren't you?
Yeah. Very tight knit family.
Did you play much sport or anything like that when you were at school?
Yeah, growing up, I played a bit of footy at school. Then I started, I got into a boxing career at a young age. Done that for about 4 years. Down at Hardcore Gym with the Cowies. Had about 5 amateur fights. But then, just had a bit of injuries and just never really got back into it professionally. I still hit pads here and there, but nothing nothing professional.
Is that Bill Al's dad?
Yeah, Bill Al's dad, Mick.
Yeah, good fellow, eh?
Best bloke, yeah.
Yeah, he's trained a lot of good fighters out there. That's a pretty good gym. George Gambosis was in that gym for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he did the training camp for the Lopez fight for George Gambosis.
Yeah, wow. So tell me this. So when did you realise you had a talent for rap? Because were you always like a kid that was good with words?
At school, Parramatta High School, there was a brother in my class. He used to rap as well, and I used to listen to a lot of music growing up. Music was a big thing for me, So I used to listen to a lot of Bone Thugs and Harmony, Doomsday Productions. Yeah, so I used to go to school. I used to have my headphones in class all the time, at recess, lunch, and even in class, I'll just be in the back just listening to music. And then we used to do rap battles outside at lunch, next to the canteen. And yeah, I was kind of got into it from there. And then when did I took it professionally? Probably I don't know, I was probably around 18, 19. I started getting into it.
And you started to see a future for yourself with it?
Not at the start, man. At the start, it was just fucking fun and games, Yeah.
And
then I don't know, it actually kind of like took off in a sense, and people wanted to like hear what I had to say about certain things, and yeah, it just became a lifestyle, bro.
You are very creative. I've listened to your music, man, and some of it's like I get blown away by some of it. I've got a couple of mates that are rappers, and I just blows me away that how quick it can happen. Like you can just pop up and go bang, this is it. And it's something that I want to listen to all the time. I go fucking like I get amazed by that creativity. Do you ever sit back sometimes and go fucking where did that come from?
Yeah, all the time, bro.
Yeah.
Straight out, I'll be in the studio. You know, you get your days. Sometimes it'll take you a whole day to make a song. Then another day will take you an hour to make a banger. But then, yeah, you go home and you listen to it like, how the fuck did I just make such a banger like that and talk about real life shit and like, yeah, it baffles me sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, straight out. And the boys love it too. And the boys always trip out saying like, how the fuck do you do this? Like, I'll be freestyling at home or like with the boys that hang out and like, how the fuck do you like come up with this shit? It was just, I don't know, it's God given, I guess.
Yeah, it is. My mate's a tattooist, right? My mate's a really good artist. And he always used to, and I used to go, mate, I want you to teach me how to draw. He goes, mate, I can't teach you how to draw. You either got it or you haven't.
Yeah.
And do you think it'd be fair to say with that sort of creativity with the rap, you either got it or you haven't?
I mean, a lot of people are doing it, but like there's levels to it. Like you can either do it properly or you can do it like a banana.
Yeah.
And the people that do it properly, yeah, then you'd give them that talent. You say like maybe I wouldn't say I'm the greatest lyricist in that, but I know how to put a story together and I know how to like talk my shit too. You know what I mean? Like the proper shit.
It's pretty to watch you sit back and just go fuck, because it must feel good. I've got a friend of mine. He's sort of got a whole different sort of style. He talks about flow. He talks about being in your flow, whether it's cooking a meal, singing a song. How good does it feel when you're in your flow, when you're just going and you're popping something off? It's going, yeah.
Bro, when you're in that pocket where you just like you want to work, it won't come around too much. Like it's very rare, especially these days. For me personally, for me to be like in my pocket properly, it's the best feeling straight out. Like you know you're going in there and you're hungry and you're gonna make a fucking classic that night. And it's been happening actually recently, like past couple of weeks too. I've just been going in the studio and eating up these beats.
Yeah, I've seen that last one. It went out yesterday. Amazing, good stuff.
Yeah.
And it's really, that one's really like summary. I love that. And a lot of your stuff I've seen that brings out a real summary sort of carnival, sort of up, everyone's having a good time sort of vibe. You know, it's not dark.
Yeah, I like to switch it up. You know, like obviously a lot of people like to hear like when I'm proper drilling and that.
Yeah.
But I also like to tap into new things because I started off my career like I was kind of singing in a way as well.
Yeah.
I'm not singing as much anymore, but like when I first started my career, I was actually doing a lot of that. So it's good to come back to that here and there and give something to like the other side of my fan base. You know, there's two sides. There's the gangster side and there's that side where people want to see me flex.
I think it's no secret. Like people would say, like I hear about you and they go, out of all the rappers, like, you know, he is like when they talk about the gangster sort of side, he has that, you know what I mean? He has that background. Like he's accepted in them circles and people love him.
Yeah. I think it's because of like just everything that they've seen, you know, there's obviously the talking side and there's the action side. So
yeah.
They've seen seeing is believing, you know, actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't like to like talk too much about like.
I get it. I get that part about, and I respect that part about you. You know what I mean? You're not talking about, oh yeah, well I'm the real deal and all that sort of stuff. I think you've got this. I think the word you use is an enigma, right? The word is an enigma. Like people are fascinated. There's this fascination by the public about you as like, you know, he is the real deal. You know what I mean? Like he's the real deal. He's around the real people. He must be something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, like fucking, my upbringing was around real brothers, so it was only right for me to come out the same as them, you know.
In that upbringing, you got to say, because I've seen a post about one of your relatives that died overseas. You know what I mean? It's been a lot of heartache and pain too, hasn't it?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the life we live isn't just sunshine and rainbows, bro. It comes with a lot of grief, a lot of pain, a lot of suffer. But you just gotta keep having faith in God, and He'll get you out of the hard times. And I keep that faith strong.
Talking about the Muslim religion, like I've seen the peace and tranquility that it's brought to my friends, especially blokes that have converted in prison. You know what I mean? I've seen, you know, the most peaceful yard I've ever seen is a Muslim yard at Goulburn. Then blokes that got they have got it going on. They eat well, they respect each other, there's no fights, there's peace, there's genuine peace. And I've got one mate in particular who comes from a pretty heavy crime family from Newcastle. You know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about this. And I've just seen the change in this guy. Like, he went from this angry young man to this beautiful, peaceful soul.
Yeah. It humbles you, man. It's a beautiful religion. I mean, every religion's beautiful, but like my religion, like especially with me, like I keep it very like I'm very like into my religion. Like I pray all my prayers every day. I do my charities. I help out whoever I can help out, and it's giving me like it's giving me happiness in life, you know, like especially with everything I've been through, everything my family's been through, to have a bit of like you know, blessings in your heart. It takes you a long way, bro. No anxiety, no depression, nothing like that. Because, you know, I'm bending down. Like, I'm a man, and I'd consider myself a fucking proper man, and I'm bending down on my knees every day, putting my head on the floor, worshipping God that's bigger than me. So
5 times. Someone said to me about the Muslim religion. They said, "What religion allows you to fucking pray 5 times a day?" You know what I mean? That's a good thing.
yeah, of course. Yeah, it's hard at times. Don't get me wrong, because you gotta obviously stop what you're doing and go clean yourself, you know, and then bend over, and you know, it's not just like you're putting your hands up. No, you're actually like putting in some work too, you know.
The structure too.
Yeah, of course.
And
So
structure.
I feel like that's what makes it like more discipline, you know. Like you have to go and like you have to go wash up and take your shoes off, take your socks off, and you know, you got to put that effort in.
I love it. You know, I used to love in prison was quarter prayer.
The quarter prayer, yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Beautiful, yeah.
That's some of the most, like, the blokes with the best voice done the quarter prayer.
Yeah.
But if you're at Long Bay, it echoes all through the whole building. It's like the bloke, he gets up as just before the sun comes up, and he's doing that. That's the most not haunting, but it's just, I love it.
It's soothing, eh?
Oh, man.
I was doing the quarter prayers in jail as well.
Yeah.
Because obviously I have a good voice too, so
Yeah.
all the boys are telling me I should be doing this and that. And
The first time I heard it, I was like, wow, that just goes for your soul.
yeah.
Let's talk about when you first started getting in trouble.
Obviously growing up, I was in a lot of fights. That's my upbringing was a lot of punch on straight, a lot of street fights in school. Then obviously that escalated to like bigger things, like. But yeah, like I was a fighter, and then I wanted to like stop getting in trouble. I was getting expelled from all these schools. I went to like 5 different high schools, so I took boxing as a career, hoping that would stop all the street fights and brawls and shit. Because as a youngin, I was getting in trouble heaps, getting locked up in the fish tanks, keep getting cautioned, you know, and then it was giving my parents a hard time. So I'm like, you know what, I'll start doing some boxing, and it did keep me out of trouble. I was sparring a lot of boys from other gyms, and everyone else I had a grudge with. I told them come in the ring, would spar there.
Good way to sort it.
Yeah, it was good. It did do its thing for a while. Kept me busy for a while, and it did take that out of me. But then I became a better fighter, bro. Then I wanted to go back to the street fights again, you know.
Stepping it up again.
Take on any cunt in there.
You started rapping and that. When did you come to the attention, like, of a sort of a producer or something like that? How did that all come about?
Yeah, so I had a friend, DJ Willie. So I used to go to, I just turned 18. I used to go to a lot of clubs and that.
Yep.
And he was the main DJ there. And I used to do a lot of MCing for him. Like at the clubs, I'd grab the mic and just fucking start talking shit to the crowd, this, that. And then he told me that he's got a close friend of his. His name was Dopamine. Very big producer now, you know, big ups Dopamine. He's working overseas now with all these big artists. So yeah, he introduced me to him. We started, I got in the studio, and then obviously I've never written lyrics in my life. It's just like, I used to just rap other people's songs, you know. Yeah. So that was kind of a bit hard. Like, I used to do a lot of freestyling in school and that, but I'd never actually put pen to paper before. Yeah. So he bought a couple beats, DJ William, and he goes, bro, just take them home and see what you can do with them. Anyway, I started writing my first song, Lifestyle 100, and then took it to Dopamine, and I started recording it. And back then, there was a studio in Alexandria. I had like Manu Crooks there, Ampharos, Miracle, all those boys. Like, yeah, and and then it ended up working out. Like, the lyrics went weren't the best, but they weren't bad either, you know.
And where did it go? Did it sort of bring you to? It brought a lot of attention to you, that song, yeah.
Yeah, well, because the notoriety I had at the time was just being like a street kid from Marylands that would be punching on with other schools and other areas. So for me to go to that and just randomly drop a song on these people, it was a bit of a trip out. Like, cunts were tripping out saying, "What's this bloke doing?" You know, like there was no Lebo rappers at the time as well, not that I can think of on top of my head. And yeah, I got a lot of hate and a lot of love at the same time. You know, obviously the hate was from fake accounts, but got a lot of love, got a lot of hate, and then it was either like, am I gonna keep doing this, or was it just a one-off thing? And then I fucking fell in love with being in the studio, and I kept going, and then opened up doors for me, bro.
How does it feel like when you listen to yourself? Like, how would it feel when you listen to yourself on a radio or like, you know what I mean, hearing yourself? How does that feel like?
First time I listened to myself on the radio, I remember it like it was yesterday, bro. I had called all the boys over, said, bro, I'm going to be on the radio at 7 o'clock today, this, that. I had like fucking 30 boys at my house who were listening to the little radio. And as soon as my name came up, we all just started screaming and shit. It was crazy, bro, straight out. From being a nobody to being on fucking, what's her name? Que Sera and the Dirty Dozen. You know, we used to listen to her fucking back in school days and this and that. And then now you're on the radio talking to her and your music's airing to the whole fucking Australia. So crazy moment.
When you're a kid, you sort of listen to someone else on radio and you go, they're automatic, and you think they're rich. They're, you know what I mean? You're like, they're a millionaire. He's got a song on radio. He must be rich. He must be, you know what I mean? He's a millionaire, that guy, you know, and you know a lot different now.
Obviously, shout out Low Key for hooking that up. I wasn't going to be on the radio. That's after I was signed to Beauty. That's when I started getting the proper recognition, you know.
Let's talk about, how did you come in contact with Low Key? How did that happen?
When Low Key first started Beauty, I used to see him on Instagram because he had Young and Lips at the time. And when Young and Lips came out, obviously he made heaps of noise. So I was looking into him a bit, and then I seen Low Key was like his mentor on that. And then a good close brother of mine was actually friends with Low Key at the time, and he was kind of like he was helping my music career. That bloke, he was like helping me out with coin and this and that. I was only young at the time. He goes, bro, my good mate Low Key's got like a record label. We should go and sit down with him and see what we can do. This that, and then we met up with Key, and it was a wrap after that. We connected straight away, and obviously after that put everything on the table, and we got down to business, and that was about 5 years ago or something, and ever since then it's been like a proper family bond, you know.
Yeah, that means a lot to you, doesn't it?
100%, bro. I've grew up around having them close ties with family and that, so I always keep my circle small and stuff. So for me to have a relationship with someone and connect with them like straight away like that, it's very rare. But he's one of us. Like, he knows the go, and he's proper.
He believes in you, mate. I'll tell you. Like, he's you know, I wouldn't have this podcast. He got this podcast for me. How we met was up in Broadbeach, and I was waiting to meet a chick. And I told him I was waiting to meet a lawyer. And he come along and he'd heard a podcast. I think it might have been with someone, and he said, you should do your own. And he got me introduced to the people who got this. So forever grateful to the Key for that, man. He's a visionary, you know, and you know that, and you love his vision.
100%, bro. He's changed a lot of people's lives, bro.
Yeah,
especially mine. Forever grateful.
Yeah, we're blessed to have him. You know, you know, some of your lyrics are described as controversial. What do you say about that?
I mean, like I keep it real all the time, you know. Like, obviously everyone's gonna have an opinion based on what I have to say and stuff, but I mean, fucking, we changed the game out here, especially with the way I came out and told my stories and stuff. Yeah, people are gonna say it's controversial, but I say it's just proper.
Started going along the lines of the American sort of thing, where people are battling and people are hanging shit on each other, you know. Yeah. How do you feel when you hear these other rappers singing, and you just know they're not the real deal? They're just shit talkers.
I laugh at it straight out a lot of the time, but it's a disgrace, bro, to the whole industry. Like, stay true to yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't have to pretend to be someone you're not. Like, brother, there's other ways you can rap. There's other ways you can talk your shit. Don't talk about other people's lives when you're fucking not doing none of that, or you never seen none of that, or nothing like that, bro. People go through the proper struggles, bro, and for other people to talk about other people's struggles, it's disrespect. You know what I mean?
Respect's a big thing for you too, isn't it?
100%. So it does burn me because you're not proper. You're not who you say you are. So let someone proper come and
Yeah.
do the proper job. You know?
Yeah, I see that. That's that whole thing. Like, I went through 23 years of prison, right? And at prison, and I always talk about the cultures I get on with. Give respect, get respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And don't talk shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's really important. It's really important.
It goes a long way, bro. To me, it's the respect and loyalty are the two biggest things, you know. And you carry them with you. You'll go a long way, and people fuck with you. Like, look how much different artists from around the world fuck with me. They see how I am, and how I treat people, especially like when these other people come down. I show them respect, show them loyalty. You know what I mean? And it goes a long way, bro.
I think so too. I think so. And respect is a thing that gets lost on people these days. And I don't mean to be that old bloke going, in my day, we respected each other. But your religion teaches you a lot of that.
Yeah, 100%. It does.
Your religion's all about respect.
Of course, bro. Like, people are going to talk. People always have an opinion, but like, for the people that actually have met me and sat down with me, they'll say I'm the best bloke because I show respect and I show love to people. You know, I know who I am. I'm not just I don't go up to people and say, I'm better than this bloke, brother. Fuck him, you know.
No.
Move on to the next bloke. No.
I met you recently. I said to Key, what a top bloke, you know, straight after meeting you. And
I respect everybody, bro. Like, I walk up with my head high and I want the person I'm meeting to do the same, you know. Like, it's a respect thing.
And special people have a presence. Like, I've met a couple. I met Danny Glover. I met a few movie stars and that sort of thing. You've got it. I'm not pissing in your pocket. I said to Key, hopefully we can do some movies down the track, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
How good would that be? Would that be an ambition of yours?
100%. Me and Kay have been talking about this for a bit now, probably about 2 years. That obviously that's something I do want to do. Like, even when I started rapping, but I'm an entertainer at the end of the day. I love doing shit. I like making people laugh. I like doing music. I like performing. I like to entertain people. So obviously, a movie will be something that, it's definitely.
You're a natural.
Yeah.
I think you're a natural. I think. Don't get me wrong. I'm no fucking Robert. I'm not Steven Spielberg. But you're a fucking natural. People have got presence, you know, and you definitely got that. Where does this need? Where does this come from? You love entertaining people. Where do you reckon that comes from?
Fuck. Where does it come from? I don't know, man. Like, obviously, my parents raised me well, and where does it come from? Let me pause on that for a second.
Yeah, no worries. All good.
Like, yeah, I don't know. Just the way I am, the person I am. Like, I even started doing a bit of TikTok lives when I first came out, and I was just entertaining people. I don't know. I think I get a high of seeing people like happy and having a laugh and all of that stuff. So
that's a good thing.
Of course.
I love seeing in the work I do. I love seeing people smile and happy and never going to be a hater.
Yeah.
I love. You know what? I remember you went out to Mount Druitt. And you understand, I'm from Mount Druitt, and I was thinking, fuck, went out there. I loved what you did out there. I'll touch on is
you can talk about the Mountie situation.
Yeah, what I loved about that is the balls that you showed to go out there and do that. You know what I mean? Because, you know, they've got I don't know what their support base like, but they've got a lot of people out there, and you just turned up with a few of your mates and said, you know, home and not so brave, and I think that showed some balls to do that.
Yeah, 100%. But that just also proves again that, like, when you have these fake rappers talking about other people's lives, and then here comes me stepping into a whole area that I'm not familiar with, and just took a few of the close brothers with me, and whatever happens, it's a risk. But fuck, we're willing to take that risk, you know, just to prove to the world that these people are who they say they are, and we are.
Yeah. Let's talk about police harassment. Did you through your life? Like, I seen something that you were driving along in a G-Wagon, you were getting pulled over.
Yeah.
Mate, do you cop much of that?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
The way I cop it, I feel like nobody has. And
Yeah, I think so.
yeah, it's been difficult straight out the last couple of years, especially. It's hard. People get like scared to hang out with you because they don't want to get red hot.
I'll hang out with you all day, mate.
You're a sick cunt, thanks.
I'll hang out. They can pull me over every single day.
No, obviously I don't hang out with like other people that like all my family type of thing. We're together every day. Like it doesn't matter to us.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about like when you wanna. When I meant that, like what I was meaning by that, I was saying like people in my music career, like if I want to like link up with promoters or try to get shows and this and that, people don't want to bother me because they know what it comes with, and it has cancelled a lot of my shows. And I'll never play the victim card. It is what it is, but they're doing their job. I'm doing my job. You know, I'm gonna continue doing my job. They've done what they can do to me. There's nothing pretty much more they can do than what they already have done. And I'm still doing my thing. I'm still out here telling my stories, enjoying life.
Do you reckon it adds to it? Do you think that it adds to your popularity? Do you think people, like the fans, like, I know the Australian genre, a lot of people see that sort of harassment and they'll sort of they'll be on your side. They'll go for the underdog, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because of that. I'm filthy on what the coppers are doing, especially that Raptor, what they're doing to fucking rappers. Like, when do they have the fucking right to dictate what music we're going to listen to?
Yeah, exactly. It burns the fuck out of me too because, bro, part of being a rapper, the main thing you want to do is fucking give your fans some shows, you know? Like, the best thing about rapping is fucking performing. I love it. I haven't done it a lot because they won't let me, but I'm not going around crying about it and fucking making a Netflix show about it. But I'm just saying, like, they should let us do our thing, you know, where we're not causing trouble. We're not going telling people to come to our shows and stab everyone in there. Nah, bro, come, brother. I'll pay extra security. If the cops want to come to let me do my shows, come. Nothing's gonna happen. I'm entertaining my fans. They're gonna have a good night. They're gonna go home after. That's it.
But you know what the thing is too? I work in a lot of the space of helping young people stay out of trouble, you know, and I'm trying to be a mentor to these young kids. And we're talking about youth crime crisis and that sort of thing. And I think rap music creates a creative outlet for kids not to get into trouble. Like, give them an option. You don't have to sell drugs. You can, you know, and you guys have proven it. You can make an all right living out of rap.
100%. And they need to allow us to, because if we're doing the right thing, you want to come and stop it. If we're doing the wrong thing, you want to come and stop it. What the fuck do you want us to do then?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, how is an artist meant to make their money? Majority of it's from shows. Like, you get money from streaming and shit. But the real bag is in the shows and shit. And hopefully one day they will ease up and these promoters don't get scared to book us, because I feel like now they probably have eased up a bit, but I feel like the promoters are still a bit shook to start booking us. There's no one that really has the balls here to like go against them, because really they just come up to you and say, if you're going to do this show, we're going to take your liquor license and harass you every week. But all it takes is one bloke to say, brother, shut the fuck up. I'm doing everything legal. These guys are coming. They're going to do a show. We're going to make money and there's going to be no trouble, and he's going to go home and you just can come and do my liquor. Do whatever you want. Please go to clubs every week. Like, what's the difference? What's going to change? So I'll tell these promoters, bro, just have a bit of balls and support your locals, and you're doing a good thing, bro. Don't listen to these cunts.
100%. I think I know law. You know, my partner is a barrister, right? And I've spoke to her in particular about you guys, and she said we can actually, when someone starts taking them on the Supreme Court, it's called a judicial review. Because what they're doing is they're not doing it within the legislation. What the public's got to know, what they're doing is very similar to what the mafia were doing in America. You know, they were stamping, basically extorting people. They're doing the same thing that the mafia are doing it to rappers. They're just reverse rolling. Yeah. And they're extorting you guys. I know a bloke who recently had a show at Enmore and he had to pay $20,000 for security. And then once he paid that, the cash was exchanged, they wanted $18,000 for metal detectors. And the venue's got metal detectors, but they wanted handheld ones.
Wow. Never heard about that.
Cursor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck. They've put him through the pits too.
And you know what? He's never had no trouble.
Yeah.
You know,
Curse is the sickest cunt, bro. Shout out. Respect that cunt.
Yeah, I love Curse. And they've done that. So This is the problem we're going to have when we got the police dictating terms and what music you can sing and what people. Matt, what is next? They're going to have us watching fucking fairy tales on fucking TV. They're going to put PG rated on all that. That sends a dangerous precedent. But for the work I do, it kills me when these kids are they're taking away an option. They're taking this creative option for these kids because the kids are. You can encourage them to stay in school a bit longer to increase their vocabulary because it goes hand in hand with, with writing music and that sort of stuff. It's a really good creative act, and that kills me. Like I'm vocal about it on my social media, saying this shit's got to stop.
I respect that you're doing that. And if I was to give you advice, I'd tell you to don't stop because there isn't many people that's doing that but you. You know.
And I got told by lawyers, mate, you should stop because they might come harass. I couldn't give a fuck if they harass me. Come and harass me.
Yeah.
Couldn't give a fuck. Lawyers on speed dial.
Yeah.
One thing they hate is accountability. But I know what they're doing is not part of legislation. I know they're not doing it. I've fucking looked at it. It's not part of legislation. They're doing it,
they're power tripping.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Let's talk about where you're going in the future, mate, with your music. Tell me, where do you see, like, you'd struggle, you wouldn't be able to get into America, would you?
I haven't tried, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to America. Obviously, I've set up a lot of ties there with other rappers, and they always said that like, if I ever come there, then that I'm good and that like they'll tee a lot of stuff up. But bro, they would even fucking let me in Thailand. They're gonna let me in America.
Wouldn't they?
I went to Thailand a couple months ago, and they arrested me at the airport, and I had to sleep at the fucking detention center overnight, and they had to send me back to where I came from. So if that's Thailand, imagine trying to go to America.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a shit go too, but yeah, it's got to do what I've got to do. Like obviously, I can still work with American artists from here. I've built those ties, and hopefully one day, inshallah, I can probably walk in through America. Let's see what happens.
Recently toured. You were in the where were you? You went to Lebanon recently.
Yeah, I went to a few countries: Lebanon, Dubai. Went to Greece. Yeah, I travelled a bit straight out. I haven't had my passport in fucking 7 years. So.
7 years, they've held it.
Yeah, they've held it. So I made the most of it. I went away for about pretty much the whole year last year.
Yeah.
And obviously I finished all my legal stuff. They gave me my passport back. I literally booked a few days later. And I'm like, fuck.
You're off.
I need to get out of here, bro. I need to enjoy it a bit. I've been trapped in this place for a long time.
How did you feel did you feel free when you were out there?
Fuck, best feeling, man. Straight out. It's not like I felt trapped here. Like obviously, I love Australia. Australia's my home.
Yeah.
And I always come back here. I can't live anywhere else. But it was good. It was good to see different sides of countries. And
was it the first time you travelled much?
No, I've travelled.
Yeah.
But never like how I am now. Obviously, I'm older now. I'm mature. I can look after myself. Before I was travelled, I was with family and shit.
How was Lebanon? I want to go there.
Yeah, Lebanon's full on, bro. Straight out. Best destination for summer. Like in the world, straight out. Like. The way us Lebas party is not normal, straight out.
Food, oh my God.
The food's amazing, yeah, you'd know that as well. Nah, Lebanon's the best, bro. It's the motherland, so I love going there. I'd like to go there like at least once.
Were you getting recognised by people over there?
Heaps.
Yeah?
Heaps, bro. Everywhere I'd go, like, because I'm close with the biggest artists in Lebanon, like all the big Arabic singers.
Is rap big in Lebanon?
Nah, rap's not big. It's just like, obviously, it's just Arabic music that's
commercial.
Big. But all the big artists in Lebanon, like the biggest ones, they're on my phone. Like I speak to them all the time.
Yeah.
Like every time I'd go out with them, and they sell out shows every day. Like every day there's a party. Like I'm literally saying from like Wednesday to Sunday, there's a party every night, and every place you go to is sold out. There's like 2,000 people, 3,000 people, every single day on a fucking Wednesday, Thursday, and I'm always backstage with all these other artists and that there. So yeah, everywhere I go, like people asking for photos there, everything is.
What about awesome,
bro? Even in Greece, like people recognize me in Greece taking photos. People in Dubai, bro, foreigners in Dubai were coming up to me from Paris and fucking and all the Africa and all these other countries, bro. Hey, Huncho, this, that. I'm like, fuck, I'm just a local artist, but that actually G'd me up to go even harder in the music because you're getting recognized from different countries, which is a beautiful thing, you know.
Paris would be interesting because that music in Paris is really eclectic. It's really a bit of everything from a bit of everywhere.
Yeah,
I reckon you'd be sensational. Like
I've been to Paris.
Yeah,
it's beautiful, mad country.
Yeah,
but the rap game is big in Paris, right?
Yeah,
there's a lot of big rappers that come from Paris.
Yeah,
They fuck with the music hard there.
When's the music movies look like happening, brother?
ASAP, bro.
ASAP, let's do it.
Something lined up.
Yeah. Obviously, we want to give the people what they want to see. So, I'm not gonna
What do you
talk-
got? Tell me this.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about, like, in my head, I've been trying to think of roles and everything like that. What sort of character would you like to play?
But I'd like to play the main character. Straight
Yeah,
out.
100%. But
I'd like to play the kid that grew up in the struggles and made himself a man out of it and went through all these obstacles, and at the end of it, he's fucking stuck staunch and stuck true to himself. And even with everything that happened in his life, he's still out here, he's still doing his thing, he's still grinding, he's still taking care of his family, he's still making money, still hustling, you know?
yeah,
I think that's a story people want to see, like,
100%.
and I get approached heaps to... Obviously, in my rap career, I do talk about a
Yeah.
lot of that shit, so instead of, like, rapping about it, we can make a movie about it, or
Yeah.
fucking series, or whatever, you know?
Yeah,
I reckon a series would be better, to be honest.
I reckon so too. 3 of them.
Yeah, fucking season 1, season 2,
Season 3. Like there.
Proper.
That'd be the name. That'd be the name of it, wouldn't it? Proper.
Proper.
That'd be a good movie name, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Don't you
It'd
reckon?
be a good series name, too.
Yeah, Proper.
Every season, like, you can have, like, a different name to it, like Proper, like R4W, or, like, Proper, fucking, I don't know,
Yeah.
different shit.
Hey, Huncho, Proper.
Yeah. Low-key director.
Yeah. Go on, Steven Spielberg. He's talented, eh?
You got to jump in if we do.
Oh, I'm jumping in for
Yeah,
sure,
fuck
man. I remember seeing you at I went to the premiere of Neverland. I seen you there, and
Oh, you there?
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing you. I just seen your presence. You had a big team around you,
Yeah.
and you've always got like the boys you got around you. Obviously, you got people around you that you can trust.
Yeah, 100%. Bro, you want to go out militant, you know? You don't want to... Like, fucking if I go out, I'm in a lot of places by myself too. But yeah, when I'm out in public, I take my brothers with me. They have to shine with me too. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And they love it. And I love when my brothers... When I see a smile on my brother's face, brother, nothing makes me more happier, straight out. I do this shit for them. Like, I do it for myself, but as much as I do it for myself, I do it for my brothers, my team, my family. And I love it, bro. I get a high off it, straight out. Seeing my brothers happy, the best feeling.
That's a winner. That's the winning formula. That's what winners do. Haters are fucking spewing their venom on someone, going, "You're this, you're that," because I'm a failure.
Yeah. Bro, the shit I see haters say is, I swear to God, it cracks me up every single day. Like, hey, Huncho's nothing about his family. Hey, Huncho's this, hey, Huncho's that. Brother,
turn up.
go ask the fucking head of my family who I am to them. You know what I mean? Brother, I'm the fucking golden child, brother.
That's good. It's good to be the golden child, but you're doing it with, you're doing it with integrity.
Yeah.
It's really important. I think the word integrity is lost on some people. A lot of people don't even know what integrity is, but integrity is fucking. My word means I think. You know what I mean? I've got your back. You know what I mean? I'm not going to bullshit. I'll be a minute early. I'll be an hour early than a minute late. You know what I mean? All of that. I love that about people, and I see you got a shitload of it.
Yeah.
See it in your eyes, brother. I read people's eyes. I read people's eyes when they're solid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I see it in your eyes that you are proper. You know what I mean?
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it.
You've teamed up with Key for the clothing brand Proper. Tell us a bit about that. What does it mean?
Yeah, fucking good brand, you know, good support base we got going on. Proper, bro, it pretty much speaks for itself, you know. So obviously, everyone proper can fucking.
Yeah, you got it. It's all good.
Pretty much the brand speaks for itself, you know. Like, obviously, we're still newcomers to this brand. We're new to the clothing industry, and we're gonna take over like 100%. We've set our mind to it, and I feel like everybody is connecting through it nicely, and it's gonna.
People love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I get pulled up everywhere, and just the name Proper.
Bro, it's proper. Like I said, the name speaks for itself.
And it's real. It's a real word, like a real Aussie word. Like it's a real descriptive word. When something's real,
Yeah.
it's proper.
Yeah, bro. A lot of people, bro. Like, even I have a lot of friends in the UK, you know, like, and they use it as much as we do. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's a word that probably started here, and now it's like a worldwide thing. You know,
Used to be the grouse. Everyone used to be the grouse. Now it's Proper.
Yeah, I remember, bro. I came up with Proper 60 a couple of years ago, and like really back then, Proper wasn't as big as the word is. Like, as it is now. You know what I mean? And I feel like me and my people and like my area and my family have based ourselves from that word, you know.
I met a girl the other night, and you know what she said? She goes, "What's that Maryland's brand?" And I said, proper? She goes, it's a Maryland's brand, isn't it? And I said,
Nah.
and I explained to you, and she goes, yeah.
I want to let the people know that like it's safe for you to wear it, and it's good. It's gonna be a big brand, and hopefully it'd be the biggest in Australia. We won't stop till it is worldwide, obviously, but we want it to be the biggest in our hometown as well. You know?
I think so. And I'm wearing it. Max Beery Graham over here is wearing it.
Fucking hell.
We love it, you know what I mean? And it's funny because my young bloke rings me, you know what I mean? He loves you and he loves all the rappers. He loves Key and he goes, he goes, everyone's talking about this proper brand. Can you get us some? I said, yeah, I'll get you some. You know, I'll get some. I'll send some up to him. But they just love the kids on the Gold Coast are talking about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of sales in Gold Coast, New Zealand, Melbourne, Sydney. You know, spreading out. So
where from here, brother? What's next? You got a song just dropped?
Yeah, I got a song dropped with Rafes. My brother, shout out Rafes. What's next, bro? Like, just keep flooding the streets. I've got a lot in the bank. I worked a lot when I was overseas with a lot of artists, different artists from Sweden, Germany, UK, America. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep applying pressure, staying on their necks. Hopefully drop a project this year.
That. Staying on their necks. I love that stuff.
Yeah. Hopefully get into this movie shit.
Yeah.
My life's busy, bro. Just going to keep the ball rolling. And inshallah, we'll succeed, brother.
I have no doubt, brother. Honestly, that's it. Man, I want to thank you because I know, you know, you're a bloke that, you know what I mean, you've trusted me to do this podcast. I appreciate it, and I appreciate Brother Keith bringing you in. And
100%. My pleasure, bro.
And let's, man, I can't wait until we're doing movies.
Yeah, 100%.
Pleasure having you here, Huncho.
You too,
Thank you, brother.